I've been evolving my game recently to a more aggressive style of play, and this paddle just complemented that game in its entirety. This bad boy can rip a pickleball and make it whistle. If you guys end up liking this review, use our discount code at checkout for 10% off, which saves you money and helps support what we do here on this channel. Let's geek into it. As I mentioned before, my playing style has been evolving, more aggressive and more attacks to get the edge on whoever I'm playing with. With a 13mm Sapphire, I was able to keep the ball at a faster pace and force errors to my advantage. The Sapphire is an elongated standard model. It's 16.5 inches long, the grip is 5.6 inches, so enough room for the old Tui, and it's 7.5 inches wide. It's your typical honeycomb polymer core, and the face is interesting actually. It's a Japanese 700K Toray carbon fiber surface with a layer of epoxy coating, which is supposed to give the face more grittiness. For my drives and returns, I can attest that this is true. The spin on this paddle was actually impressive. For such a low price, it is kind of nice to get some quality results. Going back and forth between an aggressive and control style of play wasn't as hard as I thought it would be. I had to be mindful of the sweet spot, which was pretty small. When it came to dinking or resets, if I didn't hit that just right, the ball wouldn't react very well. I had to adjust my follow through and really focus on making correct contact with the ball. Now into the geeky side of things for all you pickle geeks. The twist weight is around 5.7, which translates to moderately low stability. Some shots definitely torqued the paddle and caused errors. It's not very forgiving, but the trade-off is quick hands. The 13mm still provides power though, so it balances itself out if you hit the right spot. The swing weight is 120, which means this balance between 100 and 140. You get the best of both worlds. Fast hands, maneuverability, and power. Just not forgiving and stable. But that's what you get with a 13mm. Most of them play that way. To be honest, the thinner the millimeter, the lighter it feels, and the more power you can give because the faster you can move it around. That being said, speed ups were a blast. I could flick the ball so quick and finish it off with a good smash when it came back. Love that for sure. Counters, on point. The most important shot, the drop shot, was more of a hybrid shot. It was hard to find an in-between situation, so my thirds either had to be lower and faster paced, or they were higher with a bigger bounce, so I had to do a 5th shot or a 7th shot to move up. I felt forced to play more aggressively, which is great for training, but if some of you are just beginning, you might need to drill with this paddle a little bit just to nail down your shots. Otherwise, you could look into a different model, maybe a 16mm that makes it easier to get your shots in precisely. Coming from years of tennis strokes and transitioning to pickleball, I think you'll have no problem with this paddle. The Sapphire being entry-level pricing and having experience with proper stroke technique, you should be accustomed to the feel of hitting the ball with your natural swing. Throw a Western grip style on this bad boy and have some fun. The spin is just even better. Beginners might have some issues with the feel and touch from receiving dinks or drives from your opponent. If you're not knowledgeable about customization with lead tape, placing it right on the edges where you need it to be to balance out the paddle, maybe look into a 16mm to start. It'll be a little bit more forgiving for you. Intermediate players, this should level up your game and help you be more aggressive. In conclusion, this paddle is fun, but will need to be customized for your game. The price is $125 on the website right now, with a fun party color to choose. Throw the Briones PB code on there for a 10% discount and go impress your friends at the next pickleball event. Guys, thanks so much. Love you, Mom. See you on the courts.